Chapter 1: The Discovery. Lila was a young girl who loved nothing more than exploring her neighborhood. She was always eager to discover new things and meet new people. One sunny afternoon, while playing in the nearby park, Lila heard a faint meowing sound coming from a nearby bush. She was curious and followed the sound, peering into the bush. To her surprise, she found a small, lost kitten hiding inside. Lila's heart immediately went out to the little creature, and she knew that she had to help it. She carefully picked up the kitten and held it close to her chest. The kitten was so tiny and helpless, with big blue eyes and soft, white fur. Lila decided to bring the kitten home with her. She knew her parents would be hesitant to take in a pet without knowing who it belonged to, but she couldn't bear to leave the little kitten all alone. So, she carefully wrapped it in a soft blanket and snuck it into her backpack. As she made her way back home, Lila wondered where the kitten had come from and how it had ended up in the park. She promised herself that she would take care of the kitten until she could find its rightful owner. When Lila finally arrived home, she hid the kitten in her bedroom and started to think of a name for it. She decided to call it Mittens because of its white, fluffy paws. Mittens quickly became Lila's new best friend, and she was determined to take care of it until she could find its home. Chapter 2: The Search. The next day, Lila set out to search for Mittens' owner. She started by asking around the neighborhood, showing a picture of the kitten to anyone who might recognize it. She went door to door, asking if anyone had lost a kitten or knew someone who had. But unfortunately, no one seemed to know anything about the lost kitten. Lila was starting to feel discouraged. She couldn't bear the thought of Mittens being alone and lost forever. She decided to broaden her search and posted flyers around the neighborhood with a picture of Mittens and her contact information. She also posted about it on her social media accounts, hoping that someone would recognize the kitten. Days went by, and there was still no word from anyone claiming to be Mittens' owner. Lila was starting to worry that she might never find Mittens' home. She knew that she couldn't keep the kitten forever, but she also couldn't bear the thought of Mittens being alone again. One day, while walking through the park, Lila spotted a woman putting up flyers about a lost kitten. Lila approached her and showed her a picture of Mittens. The woman's eyes lit up with recognition, and she said that the kitten in the picture looked just like the one she had lost. Lila was thrilled. She couldn't believe that she had finally found Mittens' owner. The woman thanked Lila for her help and took Mittens home. Lila was sad to see Mittens go, but she was happy that she had been able to help reunite the kitten with its owner. As Lila walked home from the park, she realized that she had learned something valuable from her experience. She had learned that sometimes, it takes a little bit of effort and determination to make a difference in the world. She was proud of herself for being able to help Mittens and make a positive impact in her community. Chapter 3: A New Friend. Days passed since Lila had helped Mittens find its owner, and she couldn't stop thinking about the little kitten. She wondered if it was happy in its new home and if it had found a new friend to play with. One day, as Lila was walking home from school, she heard a soft meowing sound coming from a nearby alleyway. She followed the sound and found a small, scrappy-looking kitten huddled in a corner. The kitten looked scared and hungry. Lila's heart went out to the little kitten, and she knew she couldn't just leave it there. She picked up the kitten and took it home with her. She gave it some food and water and let it rest in a cozy bed. As Lila watched the kitten sleeping peacefully, she realized that she had found a new friend. She decided to name the kitten Whiskers and promised to take care of it until she could find it a forever home. Over the next few days, Lila spent all her time playing with Whiskers and taking care of it. She even taught it a few tricks, like how to play fetch with a toy mouse. Lila realized that she loved having a pet of her own, and she knew that she wanted to give Whiskers a loving home. She decided to ask her parents if they could adopt the kitten, and after some convincing, they agreed. Lila was overjoyed. She finally had a pet of her own, and she knew that she would take good care of Whiskers forever. She also knew that she had made a new friend for life, and she was grateful for the lessons she had learned about caring for animals and making a difference in the world. Chapter 4: A Happy Ending. Months had passed since Lila had found Whiskers, and the kitten had grown into a healthy, playful cat. Lila had kept her promise to take good care of Whiskers, and the two had become inseparable friends. One day, as Lila and Whiskers were playing in the park, they saw a familiar face. It was Mittens, the lost kitten Lila had found and returned to its owner. Lila's heart swelled with joy as she realized that Mittens looked happy and healthy. Its owner had taken good care of it, and it had even found a new friend to play with. Lila felt proud of herself for making a difference in Mittens' life, and she knew that she had also made a difference in Whiskers' life. She realized that sometimes the smallest acts of kindness can have a big impact, and that helping others is always worth it. As Lila and Whiskers walked home together, they knew that they had a special bond that would last a lifetime. Lila felt grateful for the lessons she had learned about friendship, compassion, and making a difference in the world.